Hi everybody, and welcome to another fly tying episode from HolsingerSlyShop.com. I'm your host, Sean Holsinger. Today I'm going to bring you a mouse fly. I haven't tied one of these yet on video. I've been wanting to for a while, and hey, now's a good time. Summertime, that's when you go mousing. Do it at night, mostly around here in Pennsylvania. But other places, like say you might be going on a trip to Alaska or something, want to take a mouse with you, you can fish the mice up there in the daytime. So this was a really simple pattern to tie, just a regular old mouse pattern, and it's going to be real easy. So I'm going to show it to you in the vise first, as I would tie it for around here for night fishing. I'm going to tie it in all black because, you know, black silhouette in the night as the fish is looking up, it's going to see that black silhouette better. If you're a bass fisherman, you know, you fish black lures at night, black surface lures at night, because that shows up better to them. So we're gonna show it in black here first, and then I'm gonna tie it in a different color for the video, just to have a more natural color. Like say you would be on a trip to Alaska and you want to throw a natural colored mouse, or even if you want to try it around here during the day just for something different. You know, give it a try. It's a lot of fun to tie. Have a couple in your box, you never know. Get out, throw it in the bass pond or something like that. Good chance you catch one there too. So let's get into tying it. Okay, here you see the mouse in the vise. Very simple little mouse, easy to tie. Let's get into tying it. For the hook on this fly, I'm going to use a Gamakatsu. This is a B10S in a size 2. Let me get it in the vise here. Crush the barb on it if you want, or the comparative barbless hook would be a Firehole 811 in a size 2, size 4, whichever one you want there. And for thread, I'm using 210 Denier black thread on this fly. So we're just going to start it out on there, wrap it back to the bend of the hook, and trim it off. Now the next thing I'm going to use is I'm going to make the tail on this fly. And for the tail, I'm just using a short Zonker strip, a black one. This is the 1/8 Zonker strip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the end of it here, and I'm going to go about 1/4 inch, maybe about a 1/4 inch of it, and I'm going to strip the fibers back from a 1/4 inch, leave a 1/4 inch on, and then for about 2 or 3 inches, I'd say, I'm going to strip this fur off of here until I make a nice tail. So there, I got the good length of the tail. The length I want is about the length of the hook shank stripped off there, you see. And then I'm going to just tie that in. So, like I said, about the length of the hook shank. Get this tied in here. And we'll tie this down. I'm going to trim it off. Tie it down to the hook real good. And trim that hair off that I left behind her. Okay, and there's my tail. That's how simple my tail is. You know, if you want to cut these stragglers off, go right ahead, trim them off, make it look nice. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to put on is a piece of foam. This foam, I've seen it tied in a couple different sizes. I'm using 5 mil. I want this thing to float like a cork if I get it on a big river. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip. On this hook, it's about the thickness of my hook gap, which is, I'm going to guesstimate like a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to cut a piece about 2 to 3 inches long. You can cut it as long as you want because you're going to trim it off in the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim a little tag like I usually do, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to squish this and stretch it a little bit. Just try to just the point here where I'm going to be tying down. I'm just going to try to soften that up a little bit. And then we're going to tie this on top of the hook, and I'm going to wrap back to the bend there where I tied my tail in. Okay. Now, next thing we're going to put on is the rabbit fur. And this is going to make the fur on the body. For that, I'm using some black barred rabbit strips in the gold variant. And it's a natural looking color. That's why I went with this. It's like a brown, but it's a little bit darker brown. And it's a real natural looking color. So we're just going to tie that on top of the hook. Get her started on here. And I'm tying it down leather side down, fur side up. And then I'm going to wrap forward about an eye length behind the hook. And if you have, this part here is optional. If you want to, put a little dab of super glue up here. Don't put a lot, just a little bit to hold that fur down as you're wrapping. And then we're going to start wrapping this forward and not touching the super glue. I'm going to stroke the fibers of this hide back here to try to get them to all lay backwards. And we're just going to run this the whole way up the hook. Okay. Then once I get up here, like I said, about an eye length behind the hook, I'm going to get this tied off. And I like this 210 because I can really crank down on this 210 denier thread, which is what I want on this fly. I want to crank down on it real good, especially when I get into the foam here in a second. Okay, so we're going to make a little bit of a head there. Now, you see how I got this all, let me get back up here a little bit, it's all round, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and just keep teasing this, and I'm going to kind of turn it your way a little bit here. I'm just going to tease it back and forth. Try to get it straight down the middle. Try not to get my hand in the way too much. But here you see now, straight down the back, I got that separated really nice. What you can do even, take your fingers, wet it, slide it down over it just a little bit. That'll help hold it down too. Once I got them separated where I want, split down the middle, I'm going to take my foam down over the top. I'm going to pull that over tight. And then I'm just going to take and do a loose wrap to get it where I want. And then 1 or 2 tight wraps. Okay, now I have this big tag out here on the end. I'm going to take and I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to make a big fat head on the front here. Now this one I'm going to tie down as, you know, loose and then tighter. And you can see that makes me a nice big round bulbous head there, which is going to push some water. Now once I get that on, I'm just going to make a couple wraps behind the eye and whip finish it. And like I said, that's going to be pushing water on the top there, which is what I want. I want as much action as I can get out of this fly. Oops, trapped some hair. Ouch. Those hooks are very, very sharp, so be careful when you're preening the fur and stuff on this. Okay, we're going to make sure that's all up on the top. And then I'm gonna trim a set of ears into this just for something to do. Because I got to cut that off anyway. Cut it shorter. So just come in here, trim a set of ears, and then I'm even going to thin that down because it's thicker foam. So there you go. There's a mouse fly, a little set of ears, and it's going to push some water up front. And like I said, when the fish is looking up, he's going to see this natural body color here by using the gold variant rabbit strips. Or, you know, or you can go with a black if you want to do it. If you're night fishing with them, go with all black. So there you go. Give it a try. Okay, you saw that really simple fly. Really easy one to tie, and just a few pieces of material. So that's another great thing about this. Doesn't take a lot to tie a really cool fly. So give it a try, and like I said, try it on your bass ponds, try it even on the river. You never know what you're going to catch. So Have a couple in your box just for fun. If you're fishing late and it gets dark on you, you're still on the water, throw it. Stir something up. Have some fun with it. The material you need to tie it, you can find at the shop at holsingersflyshop.com. And, thanks for watching these, everybody. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. It helps move it up the channel a little bit better. And thanks for watching. I bring these out to you every week, and I really enjoy doing it. So thanks for the comments. If you want to send me a comment or a suggestion, remember you can send it to holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. And I'll try to get back to you right away. Or, try to do a video if you have a suggestion for me. So, until next time, guys, keep tight lines, and I'm Sean Holsinger.